From a young age, we've been taught the importance of holding on to things, of having staying power, of not giving up easily, of not letting go of situations and people, of not just saying that okay, this thing no longer is no longer working out, so I have to let go of it. Because the belief is believed that if you don't know how to hold on to people, hold on to things for a long period of time, success will always be out of reach. But what is not taught most of the time is that there are periods in life where you need to let go of things, where you really need to cut off from particular situations, from particular people. Because the longer you hold on to them, the more disadvantage you'll be at, the more disservice you are doing to yourself. Because there are some of those people, some of those situations that are just going to be taking advantage of you, not going to be giving you what you need, not going to help you in any way. So it is important you cut them off. But most times we don't realize this on time because nobody is there to really let you understand that okay, at this point in time, you need to cut off, you need to move on, you need to find a better option because it is believed that yes, you have to stay, you don't have to give up, you have to keep going, blah blah blah. But I believe that it is important to know when to cut off because if you don't know when to cut off, I'm sorry, you're going to stay longer in a situation than you should. Case in point, around 2020 during the lockdown, I was going over some situations in my life and trying to reevaluate and think of the next step to take. And at that point in time, I had quite a number of people in my life. And my WhatsApp contact alone at that period was close to 800. And when I scroll through them, I'll be like, okay, this person is still important. If I want to do this and do that, I can easily reach out to this person. This is the person I can talk to in this situation. If I want to start this, me and this person can, go into it together. And the funny thing is, most of these people, we've not spoken for 2 to 3 years while still holding on to them, like putting them as placeholders, like anchors, like, okay, when I need to do this particular thing, I'll reach out to them. But what this does to us most times that we don't realize is we are feeding our subconscious that, okay, fine, since these people are here, since we still have this situation we can use to our advantage, then we don't need to find a better one, which is very, very wrong. Because if you keep holding on to placeholders, if you keep holding on to anchors that no longer serve you, you won't be able to move from where you are to where you need to be. The growth, the success that you really need, we keep being out of reach. So it took me a while, but I was able to convince myself that I need to let go. And before the end of 2020, I was able to, trim from close to 800 to about 150 or thereabout, which was still a lot of people to me. Because after I trimmed down to 150, I felt kind of relieved. And I realized that, okay, I still need to let go of more. So over the years, I've had this habit of, okay, this situation, this person, this group of people, do I need to hold on to them or do I need to cut off? And I put things in perspective. I bring out the facts, okay, this is necessary, that is not necessary, okay, time to let go. And I stick to the plan. So I think it was last year, beginning of last year, or that is early 2024 or late 2023, I came across this short clip of an interview of Tom Hardy. That's the guy who played the Alfie Solomon character in Peaky Blinders. So this old interview, he was telling the interviewer that he was at a low period in his life at some point. A story that was at a low period in his life. His girlfriend left him, things were not really moving well. So during that period, an old friend reached out to him. And while they were talking, the friend was able to decipher that Tom was not in a good place. So he asked him what's happening. And Tom poured his heart out to this friend. And his friend said, Tom, do you remember when we were in school? Is it that when they were in school or an event both of them witnessed? That a large body of water broke out, maybe a dam or a flood or something, I can't really remember. And while everyone was trying to run away, there's this guy whose foot got stuck between iron bars. And people were trying to help him out, but they couldn't. So they had to leave the guy there. And the guy drowned and passed away. And Tom replied his friend, yes, I remember that event. And Tom's friend told Tom that if he was the guy whose foot got stuck between those iron bars, he would have told the people trying to help him out that they should cut the leg off so he can be freed. That leg was not as important as him living. A very, very strong analogy and an intense one. I don't know if I would have been able to come up with that if I was in that situation. What the message was trying to pass across to Tom was there are things that you need to really cut off from. There are things you need to stop holding on to. Because the longer you hold on to these situations, these events, these people, the longer you stay stuck in a place where you're not supposed to be. So you need to learn to be able to move on from situations that are no longer serving you. Because if you don't move on, the people that you are holding on to and the situations they are telling you to hold on to will keep you down. And these people are still going to keep blaming you that, okay, you've not moved on, you've not succeeded, you've not gotten to the point where you need to be. So you need to really think for yourself and learn to know when to cut off.